JAIIB Study Notes. Subject: Legal and Regulation Aspects of Banking. Module. Chapter. The agencies appointed under Consumer Protection Act are quasi-judicial in nature. The Consumer Protection Act applies to all goods and services, excluding goods for resale or for commercial purpose and services rendered free of charge and under a contract for personal service. The Act is enacted with the objective: better protection of the interests of the consumers and, for that purpose, to make provision for the establishment of consumer councils and other authorities for the settlement of consumers' disputes. The Act extends to the whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Different authorities were established for the settlement of consumers' disputes. The Act is social welfare benefit-oriented legislation for the consumer, providing self-contained quasi-judicial machinery to provide speedy and simple redressal to consumer disputes. The said quasi-judicial machinery is established at the district, state and central levels. They observe the principles of natural justice and are empowered to give relief of specific nature and, if required, award compensation to the consumers. The Act also provides penalties for non-compliance of the orders given by these authorities. Spurious goods and services means such goods and services which are claimed to be genuine but they are actually not so. The provisions of this Act are in addition to other applicable laws and not overriding on any other law, i.e. the provisions of this Act do not supersede any specific provision in other Act. The Act provides additional means of obtaining remedy by a consumer, but if the remedy prayed is barred under any other Act, then the forums constituted under this Act cannot grant such remedy. Every citizen is entitled to seek information under the Right to Information Act from a public authority. Every public authority is required to display information about their organization, employees, etc. and update them periodically. Central Information Commission can recommend taking disciplinary action against the Central Public Information Officer if the latter failed to furnish information within the specified time. If information requested is not provided, it will be treated as a deemed refusal under Right to Information Act. The request for information has to be disposed of ordinarily within 30 days. Central Assistant Public Information Officer has to forward the request for information to the concerned public authority within 5 days of the receipt of the request if it does not relate to his organization. A banking company which is a scheduled bank has to maintain a certain percentage of the time and demand liabilities as cash reserve with the Reserve Bank under Section 42 of the Reserve Bank of India Act, as notified by the Reserve Bank from time to time. Failure to do so renders the banking company liable to penalty. For non-scheduled banking companies, Section 18 of the BR Act provides for cash reserve. Section 20 Banking Regulation Act imposes restrictions on loans and advances to directors, and companies and firms in which directors are interested as director, partner, etc.